What is up, everybody? We
Hello.
are back again. Come on.
It's been a minute.
Welcome back to the Live, Laugh, Lopez podcast, where we talk about all things
Marriage,
life,
ministry,
parenthood,
all the things.
and so much more, all while sharing laughs and tears sometimes along the way. And so we're excited. It's been a minute. How long has it been, babe?
I don't even know, but it's definitely been over a year.
Yeah.
I think over a year for sure.
Yeah.
And we thought it would be really cool to come back. We've been wanting to come back for a while, but life has been insane and we were going through home renovations since November. So like everything was in complete disarray.
Planting a church,
like all the things. But we thought it would be cool for our 16 year. Today we're celebrating 16 years of being married.
Wonderful, happy marriage.
And we thought it would be cool to come back. I was
Yeah.
like, what better way to come back than on our anniversary, at least recording on our anniversary and being able to share some of the things that we've learned along the way and just kind of reflect on those 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then our plan is to kind of just come back in general. And so
Yeah.
you'll be able to see more updated podcasts as we've have a better rhythm for life.
Yep.
Construction is done.
Construction is
We have
done.
a podcasting room now.
We've got a podcast
solely dedicated to that / office space. So it's a lot easier to do. And
We should be able to just come in here, hit record.
yeah, that's what we did today.
go. Yeah.
So it's exciting. And I'm really, really happy to bring this back. It's a
Yeah.
passion project that we
know
love.
so many of you have asked us, when do we bring the podcast back? And obviously, both of us have changed so much, i.e.
Yeah, he has no hair now. I
got no
forgot.
hair now.
I forgot that the last time you did the
A lot
podcast.
has changed.
You had
it's a
no
brand
hair.
new me.
Yes. And so we're coming back with a hairdo
Yep.
or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof.
And just things that we've learned.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like we're the same people since we've
No.
started the podcast.
No.
We've learned so much along the way.
Yeah.
And so it's exciting to be able to come back.
Mhm.
And so I wanted to just do some reflections. There's questions that I have here.
Okay.
But I think the question I want to start with is, what are some of the things that you've learned or that we've learned in our marriage along the way that have really helped us, or lessons that you feel have kind of guided us, things that it's been 16 years of marriage, but we are
Not
high school
including-
sweethearts.
Yes.
So
the
we've
fact that
been
we were
together now more than half of our lifetime.
We've been together since we were 16.
Yeah, and we're 38. So
22 years.
it's a time. Yeah, it's been a time.
Being madly in love with you.
Yes. And crying. Wait, can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
We got some pictures done for our family. We did like a family portrait just because we haven't had any updated. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
And
go ahead.
We received like some of our marriage pictures because we were like, you know what, just take a few just of us too. Like
Yeah.
we're celebrating our anniversary. And there's one where he's like twirling me around. And we had our friend
It's my favorite picture.
was over last night
my
too.
favorite
And
picture.
we're like looking at the picture and Jose literally starts crying. He was like, but it was actually sweet. You guys
I'm a
know
sap.
I roast this man on the regular.
I'm a sap.
He
I'm
wasn't
not
always
afraid
a
to
sap,
speak.
but having kids has made him a sap.
I don't know what it is, man.
It's
Once
just- it just
once
opens up,
dad
but,
mode
like,
kicked in, I just became an
it opens
emotional
up.
wreck.
Yeah, the sensitive part of you. But it was actually really cute because he was like tearing up and getting emotional about it. And I was like, are you okay?
Well, I think honestly, it's just my
It's
brother
cute.
did a good job of
He
like
did.
capturing how like our love. Like, you know, like people always say like pictures are supposed to like capture
Yeah.
the moment and the memories, and like a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, when I looked at the picture, like I could see,
The
feel
love.
how much we love each other, and it made me
Aw.
feel grateful for
You're
what
so-
we have.
you're
So
so
here I am
sweet.
getting teared up again.
Oh my God. Babe,
Ah!
what is going on?
All
It's
right.
cute.
Let's keep it moving.
Yeah. So that being said, what do you
Okay.
feel like you've learned? I have
Uh,
a few things in my pocket, but like
yeah.
I want to hear what you have in your pocket.
Well, how do we want to go? Deep first, or just?
Just speak from your heart. There's
Okay,
no like
So,
rhyme or reason or
so for me, and we've been talking about this a lot this week, dealing with different things and having different conversations. And I think for me, one of the greatest things that I've learned is just the proper perspective of what marriage is supposed to be, right? And for me, like I always tell people, and I find it's myself saying it a lot more lately. When people ask me what marriage is, marriage is two people who are dying to themselves,
Yeah.
and living first unto Christ and second unto each other.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that has been like the real core of our marriage, in my opinion.
Yes.
Where I don't say like I'm dying to myself in misery. I'm actually talking about living unto Christ and living unto you in joy and like happiness. And it helps also remind me that like it's not about me.
Yeah.
It's about we. It's about us. Like people make fun of me all the time and they think I'm just being like a cheesy romantic, and I'm not. I genuinely view our marriage as if it's my dream come true. It's everything I've always wanted. Our boys and you are the family that I've always wanted, and I feel like the Lord has truly blessed me with the ability to be able to have it, and I cherish it, and I want to protect it. I want to nourish it. I want to be able to ensure that it continues to be healthy and flourishing for the next 50 years, because I want to be married to you until I'm 150 years old.
I don't know if I want to be alive that long. The rate the world is going.
No, but I mean, I think there's so many things, but the if I could narrow it down to just one important, valuable lesson, it's marriage is two people who are constantly dying to themselves, living unto Christ first, and living for each other.
Yeah. And I think to compliment you, I feel like you actually do a really good job of setting that example for us. Jose, I think I wrote it today in like my tribute to you, but Jose is like the backbone of our home. He does an incredible job of like really living what it means to lay your life down better than I do, to be honest. Like and I'm not saying I do serve you and I take care of our kids and stuff like that, but I think you do a really good job of modeling that, because you will do anything for us. And I've watched you do it. Like I've watched you walk away from things in your life. Like if it didn't work out for us and for the boys, I've watched you sacrifice, but it never has felt like a sacrifice. You've never like made us feel guilty about things. You've always said like, you guys are the most important people in my life. And if anything ever gets in the way of that, I have no questions cutting it off, doing X, Y, and Z.
I'll drop
but
it,
you've
cut it,
lived
kill
it out. You've lived that out like for us. And I've seen that on display. And like you, even like the little things that you do for us, where it's like, okay, whether it's like the slushies for the kids or whether it's like a little snack treat for me, or, like, I feel like I do get to live a very princess life in a way, like, because you do a lot, but you always do it in love and you do it with joy. And like, you'll tease me. Like there's times where you're like, girl, like, but come on, like you have got,
is there anything you could do for me?
The dressers yesterday, we got new dressers, and he's like, all that needs to be done is literally just unscrew.
You just gotta take the screw off
and like put the little pull on the right way. And I'm like, okay, but how do I use this little screwdriver thing? How do I know to go reverse, backward? Like, and he's just looking at me. He's like, girl, like, are you so for real?
That's why the Lord gave you me.
And then he did it for me exactly when I needed it in that moment. And so, our relationship isn't perfect. If you've been around, like, no relationship is. And like, you're going to see those things in like your spouse, and he can be very sassy. I can be sassy right back. So it's like, you're never going to be perfect, but I will say, like, I do see that reflected in the way that you love our family. And I think it's amazing.
I think that's both of us, though, because I could say the same exact stuff for you and all the ways that you have, like, submitted unto me as a husband and, like, done things that you probably weren't 100%, like, on board with. But, like, you said, you know what? I trust you. I trust your leadership.
But I've never felt like you've ever been like,
no. But the point is,
said, like,
that's why I said it's two people dying to themselves, because it takes two people doing that. It takes two people who are willing to sacrifice. It takes two people who are willing to show each other that kind of sacrificial
love,
service, love. It takes two people, because, and that's another thing that I would probably say is, in marriage there needs to be a lot of grace, because when the one person is in that mode where they don't want to sacrifice,
Yeah.
Or when someone is, no, like seriously,
Yeah.
when someone is maybe not like spiritually doing well in a difficult season, or maybe someone is going through, one of us who we've been very open about dealing with most mental and emotional health things, right? Like marriage people think that marriage is always, both of us are doing 50-50. And sometimes, Jose's doing 80% and Natalie's doing 20. And then there's times where Natalie's doing 80% and Jose's only putting in 20. But that's like,
well, you can kind of carry each other in those seasons of life. Like, my students use a phrase, it's called demon mode. And like,
I don't have one of those.
No.
Nope.
No, demon mode is when you're like just on another level of crazy and you come in crazy. And like, I'll say that my mode of like craziness is always the beginning of the school year. It's like, don't talk to me. No, you're not getting like dinners on time. Like, I am surviving and fighting for my life and barely making it. And like, but I feel that like he kind of knows that this is like that time of year where I'm going to need grace. He's going to step it up for me. Like, he's got my back. He's going to cover, what do they call it? My 6?
Your 6.
Yeah, he's got that covered. And then like, I'm going to know that there are times like in the fall when it gets like dark outside and like he's not doing all of the things that bring him joy. Mm-hmm. Like, he's going to be in his feels a little bit more. It's a thing that happens. Like, but I know that we have grace for that. Yeah. And like, we can kind of help each other out. And I do feel, that it is a partnership. I have never felt less than in our relationship. I have never felt like I've had to conform to norms. Like, I've had to learn things along the way because I came in saying, I'm not going to do this. You're not going to tell, like, I'm independent. Like, no one's going to tell me to cook,
I'm never going to cook.
Girl, boy, whoever. Like, listen, I was calling my mom on day 1 of our marriage, asking her like, how do I do this?
How do I make rice?
But like, I also feel like it's a partnership too. Like, you've never put expectations on me. Like, you work with me together as a team. You do things. You carry the load. Like, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're better at half of those things than even I am. Yeah. To be honest, but like, you've always made me feel included. I always like to use
a football analogy when like trying to like talk to couples and guys about that, who like tend to like keep score in a marriage. Yeah. Please stop that. Don't do that. Yeah. Like,
I do this. You do
I do this. I do the dishes. I do the laundry. I do this. I do that. Well, I fix the house. I do it. And it's like, when you do that, what ends up happening is you end up building this like grudge match between each other. Like, and then,
I did these things. Yeah. You did these things.
And you're like, I like to put it this way. It's like you're on a football team and you got to the Super Bowl and you lost the Super Bowl. And the two of you are going, well, I ran for 200 yards. And the quarterback's going, well, I threw for 300. But you both lost. Yeah. So who cares whose stats are better? Yeah. You both lost the big game. And so football is a lot like marriage, where it's not an individual game. It's not an individual war. It's not an individual fight. It's a team effort. Yeah. And
when one person loses, the other person loses.
Exactly.
When the whole family loses.
I lose.
Yeah. And it affects your kids. And
you lose. Yeah. When the kids lose, we all lose. It's a family unit. And so I've decided in my life that I'm going to devote everything that I have to like making sure that I'm fighting with you and for you. Yeah. Not against you. Yeah. And so that doesn't mean we're going to be perfect, because sometimes we'll go head to head. And sometimes you do have a demon mode.
No. Never. Angel mode.
And sometimes I've got a demon mode. And but like at the end of the day, one thing will always remain true. And that is that you are the most important person in my life. And that I will do anything to make sure that it stays that way for the rest of my life.
Can I make a request?
What?
So if there's one thing I've always wanted that you've never done.
Oh, God. Here we go.
So I have requested since the day 1 of our marriage that you write me a song.
I'm not a songwriter.
And you perform it for me. So Guys, help me out in the comment. I don't know. Like, let's try to blackmail him. Just kidding. A little bit. So then
here's the
20
thing.
years. How about 20 years?
Here's the thing.
In 4 more years.
Guys, I am a singer. I am not a songwriter.
I feel
But
like
she
he
doesn't
said,
get it.
I'm willing to do
I can
anything.
sing you cover songs. I'll sing you whatever
He
Ed
said-
Sheeran song you want.
said, I'm willing to do anything. Can we make it a goal for 20 years? Lest you live the rest of your life with regret that you didn't
We'll
do
see.
this one
If
thing.
enough people
for me.
like and comment on this podcast, then maybe I will.
Y'all, help a sister out, please. Because 20 years or 4 more years. You have 4 years to do it.
Okay.
You can
it'll
collab.
take me 4 years to write a
Even
song.
the greats collab.
Yeah.
Well, for me,
Mhm.
something I feel like I've learned there's a lot I've learned in marriage. Marriage will humble you so fast.
So
It will
quickly.
kick your pride
So
all
quickly.
over the place.
And you'll find out too. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
But you'll find out too that it humbles you so fast, and it's good for you because it reminds you that you're not all that.
Yeah.
Like, but go ahead. I'll talk a little more after I hear the rest of you.
And so what I've learned along the way is that couples have to grow together consistently, and you have to like kind of fight for that.
Mhm.
So a lot of times you hear people when they get divorced, you hear the phrase, we grew apart. We grew apart. We don't like the same things anymore. We don't want the same things anymore. We don't.
Yeah.
And I think it's easy to do to grow in your own trajectory. But I think it's important to be really intentional about making sure that as you're growing together. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm making sure that you're included in whatever it is that I'm going through. Like, if I'm changing, then I want you to be like included in that conversation. I want you to be aware of the things I'm changing about or what I'm going through. And I think, you have to fight the temptation to isolate yourself sometimes in a marriage, to walk through things by yourself. Maybe there's been times where I'm like a person that internally processes things, and I also kind of like help everybody else. But then for me, it's harder for me to open up. And even in my marriage, sometimes like Josette, I'm like a protector. So it's like, I want to make sure everybody's good. Don't worry about me. I'm fine.
At the expense of yourself.
At the expense of myself. Yeah. And I think it's important, like along the years, I've learned to bring Jose in my struggles, in my triumphs, to make sure that I'm including him in the conversation of like, even if I'm changing my mind, let's say that for 10 years, I believed something about whatever. Yeah. It could be a belief. It could be a political, whatever the case may be. It's like, I'm having those discussions with him. I'm not waking up one morning and being like, oh, so I no longer believe X, Y, and Z, or I do believe in this and that. We're having like robust discussions constantly. Like, we're making sure that even as the kids are growing older and we have the ability now to pursue our hobbies and to do all of these things, we're still making sure that we're including each other in spending time together. And I think a lot of times couples grow apart because they do their own thing, or they are like, there's a lack of like communication in a way. And I think that's one of the things that I've learned, that if you can grow together as a couple throughout whatever life hands you. Yeah. And let's say also another thing with that growing together means that when you're going through trials, you allow those things to pull you together instead of pull you apart. Yeah. And I think that something I've learned like is when we're walking through these tough things, I'm not going to pull away from my husband. I'm going to cling to you, even closer through that as we process, as we walk through things. You know what I mean? Like, I will say that you're like my best friend, and I love to talk to you and communicate with you. You've seen it on my Instagram where it's like, it's too much, too little. It doesn't matter. It's like, even yesterday, literally like, he's driving somewhere and we're talking all the way until you coming into the house. Then you get into the house.
Then we're talking somewhere.
But like, that's doing a lot. But I'm just saying it's the idea of like making sure that you stay together through those trials, allow them to push you together, not push you apart. That takes a lot of intentionality. Maintaining communication even when it's hard, even when the things that you want to say are hard, even when the things that you have to say to your spouse might be hurtful or not fun. Like,
or might make them upset.
Might make them upset. So what?
Yeah.
There's so many people that will say, I don't want to upset.
And there's times where we've been in the room together and like, I have to, because you're so like, you're so willing to sacrifice yourself to protect others and please others. So there's times where I will have to tell you, like, I don't need you to protect me. Like, let me be your shoulder for a second, you know?
Yeah.
And also, it's okay. So I get mad. So what? Make me mad.
Yeah, I'm not the kind of person that gets scared of that.
Yeah.
Like,
No, you're not. But like, we've talked about, like, just, you know, it's taken time for
Yeah.
us to be like, hey, just like,
it's more like I don't want to
keep
hurt
it real,
you.
keep
Yeah.
it 100. You're not going to hurt me, you know, or so what if it does hurt, if it's something I genuinely need to hear, you know, because those things are good for marriage.
Yeah.
And
helps to
going back to how we
communication.
started this thing, it helps to kill my flesh. And that doesn't feel
Yeah.
fun or nice a
No.
lot of times. You know what I mean? And so, but to your point also, it's good to grow together and also be okay with being individuals.
Yes. That should be the next thing you talk
The
about.
next episode?
No, today.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no,
'Cause I think that's important.
I think because, like, I think it has to be a balance of, yes, we are growing together. We are a unit. We're also individuals.
Yeah.
But also, we are individuals, but we are also a unit.
Yes.
Like, it's not one or the other. It's both.
It's both.
You are both
That's
individuals
healthy. That's healthy.
and a unit.
Yeah.
And that's healthy and okay. And the reason why I say that is because, yes, while, like, we'll have those conversations of, hey, this is what I'm struggling with, or this is what I used to believe, but now I'm kind of believing this thing. There's also times where I go, okay, I kind of disagree with that.
All the time. I think we like always disagree.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, like, we'll have political conversations
Yeah.
that we disagree with all the time.
Yeah.
And yet I love you more than your political ideology. And I'm not saying that we're like on
Totally
total
different
opposite
pages.
sides
No,
of
but
the
we-
political spectrum, but we don't really care. Like,
No.
we're not going to go into politics. My point is that, like, just because you are a unit
doesn't mean you can't have a voice.
your own voice,
Yeah.
your own thinking, your own
Yes,
beliefs and
so good.
ideologies, your own likes and dislikes, preferences or not
Yeah.
preferences.
Because I feel like sometimes you also see couples lose themselves
Yeah.
and their identity. They
Yeah.
don't I think I'll speak also for moms. Like, moms, we can lose our identity in our children. Sometimes we can lose our identity in our marriages and in serving people.
Mhm.
But I also think sometimes couples can lose their identity in each other.
Yeah.
Where, like, they can be like a Velcro couple.
Right.
Which, listen, I'm not knocking that because I think it's great to be having that time together too. But I also think it's important to still know who you are as a person.
Yeah.
What do you like? What do you like?
I believe in psychology, they call that being like enmeshed, right? Where you become so like
Yeah.
connected and
Which I think in a
Right.
marriage, there's that balance where
There's
it's
a-
like you
yeah.
want to have that, but
Right.
then we've also all met those people who cannot function outside of their
Right.
partner. They don't go anywhere. They don't do anything. They don't
Yeah.
have friends outside of that.
no
Like,
hobbies.
couldn't
no
be me.
nothing. And then
Couldn't
that
be me, 'cause,
oftentimes what ends up happening is, you know, like you said, people grow apart. Those people also I've seen in divorces where they're like the wife lost who she was to be totally in line with
Yeah.
her husband, and
and
now
doesn't
she's
like literally doesn't know who she is
and she
anymore.
exactly she doesn't know who she is anymore.
Yeah.
So not only do they not know each other, but you don't know yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and that can't happen either. That's why
No.
it's good to, yes, we are a unit, we're growing together, but as we're doing that, we're also individuals. And we have,
Yes.
like, I like fishing. Now I'm getting into golfing. Not that great of it, but I'm still having a lot of fun.
It's important. Like, if that's something I can say
Yeah.
too on the practical side,
Yeah.
it's important to still have things that you enjoy that bring you individual joy.
Yes.
Like, I feel like when my husband is doing the things that bring him joy on an individual level, he comes to me as a better version of himself, and vice versa. And it
Yeah.
also gives us the opportunity to miss each other and
Yeah.
to, like, you know, and I wouldn't say that I am the kind of woman that is like, I am great with alone time. I am
Mhm.
great, like, on my own. Like,
yeah, you're definitely not clingy.
I'm not clingy like
To a
that
certain extent.
to a certain extent. Because then when he's here, I'm clingy. But, like, he can do his own thing. But I also think that's really healthy too, to
Yeah.
allow yourself the opportunity to explore things that bring you joy. It's great. You can have hobbies together too. Like,
Mhm.
we're on the journey to that because I don't like anything that Jose likes.
Yeah.
But we're on the journey to try to, we have some ideas on some things that we're
Stay
going to
tuned.
explore. Stay tuned for in the fall. We have a plan.
Yeah.
But I do think that's an important thing as well
Yeah,
because I
it's-
feel like,
Yeah. Growing together as individuals.
yeah,
That become a unit that is
Yes.
stronger together than they are separate.
I have another thing.
What?
I think another thing that we've learned along the way, or that's really important in marriage, is to bring other people into your relationship in a way that is healthy and holy.
The Bible says wisdom is in the counsel of many.
Yeah. I think that it's important to make sure that you have people around you that can speak life, that can provide wisdom, that can provide counsel, godly counsel, that can give you, some insight when you're making big decisions in life. That doesn't mean that every time people give you these things, you're going to run in like one direction. Yeah. But it does. The Bible says that there is wisdom in the counsel of many for a reason. Like, you don't know it all. We don't know it all. Like, it is rare occasion that we will jump to a decision, if at all. I don't think there has been a big decision that we've made in our lifetime that we haven't included people, godly people,
people who will keep it straight with us,
people who know us,
mentors, pastors, people who are well beyond where we currently are. Because
we're not always right and we don't always know, like,
and it's nice to get that outside perspective.
Yeah.
And it like, and you want to do, like, obviously too, you have to pick the right people for that. People who are genuinely for you, but love you enough to tell you when something is not good for you.
Yeah.
The
truth hurts, but it's good for you.
That is like,
I'm always leery of
a game changer. Yeah.
And what we've seen in our years of ministry and just like things that we've learned is when a unit doesn't want to include anybody at all in any of their decision-making process, and they only want to include people when it's advice that they want to hear, that is a red flag. Yeah. Like, that is not good. You don't want to surround yourself with yes people. Yeah. You want to surround yourself with people who will challenge you to the biblical standard and actually hold you accountable. Yeah. Because you're not always going to get it right.
Yeah. What's the proverb? There's a proverb that says, better is a, oh man, I'm going to butcher.
I can look it up.
Is it like better is a slap from a friend than a kiss from an enemy kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like, that's me totally paraphrasing that proverb. If we can find it, we'll bring it up. But, and it's really just to teach that, like, I'd rather hear some tough,
this one is words. Is it wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses? Proverbs 27 verses 6.
There we go. See, I know the Bible, but I don't know, like,
We know. Don't worry.
Anyways, so what was it again?
It's wounds from a friend can be trusted, but an enemy multiplies kisses.
And that's the thing, is like, I'd rather have a friend that will wound me, that will tell me, hey, that's not good for you, that will correct me, that will,
it hurts in the moment,
that
but
will
it's actually good for you.
That will tell me what I don't want to hear because it hurts for a moment and it's actually good for you, than a friend who's constantly just,
you're great,
you're amazing, it's awesome, you should definitely do that because it feels good to you, you should definitely do that because it looks good to you, it'll please you, it'll please all your desires, it'll make you feel
healthy.
Great.
Marriages don't exist in a vacuum.
Yeah, come on, that's good. That is good. Put that on a t-shirt.
It doesn't, though.
They don't. And so, you like having those people who can be honest with you and hurt your feelings, even if you don't like it.
Yeah.
And hurt them in a good way, like by giving you what you don't want to hear.
You just preached a series, like, I want to be holy more than happy. And I think when you are pursuing holiness, happiness follows and true joy follows.
True joy is a byproduct of holiness.
So I think that it's like, I want to make sure that the decisions that I'm making in my marriage are bringing me closer to God and to you. Yeah. And if I'm going in a different path of that, I want somebody to be able to call me on it. To be able to see things.
You gotta turn it
People
around.
Can see things in your relationship that you might not be able to see from an outside, because you're in it.
Through, what is that?
Rose-colored lenses. And I think that's really important. And I feel like that's something that has helped us along the way. Yeah. And that requires humility. That requires a death to pride and thinking that you know it all.
That allows accountability.
Yep.
Right. And accountability is a beautiful thing, and not just for the life of the believer, but for healthy marriages. And I would say, if I can, one of the things that I'd like to add in there is that healthy marriage doesn't happen by accident.
Ooh, yeah, that's a fact.
Healthy marriages
Nope. They're
are
not just
not
born
produced
magically.
by accident.
Heck no.
Like, if you think that just because you stand in front of a bunch of people, in front of a reverend, a priest, a pastor, whoever, and say the words, I do, and that's what's going to produce a healthy, long living, surviving, thriving marriage, you are seriously mistaken and naive. Healthy marriages do not happen by accident.
No.
It takes a lot of intentionality. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of love, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of service.
Jesus.
It takes Jesus.
Jesus
is the secret sauce, right? And I say that because so many people, they think they want marriage, or they think they want the marriage that you have, but they don't want to put in the work and and pay the price that you paid. And so, like, what we have, I'm not ashamed, and I proudly say, is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not ashamed of that. But what we have because we put in the work.
Yeah.
The both of us.
Listen,
and that's across the board. And
I could tell you stories, like, I won't, but I could tell you stories, like, just from the beginning of our marriage to now, of the ways that we've had to grow and had to learn. And, like, we came into marriage not knowing what we were doing, flat out, like, at all. 100%. Not knowing and trying to, like, create this great marriage. And, like, it took a lot of, like, learning the hard way. It took a lot of, like, reading, listening, sermons, talking, church, pastors, leaders, like, you name it. And we were open to those things because we knew we don't know what we're doing, and we want to make sure we're doing this the right way. And in our later years of marriage, it's taken counseling. Yeah. That has been a huge proponent. I would recommend counseling to any marriage. We've talked about it before. Like, when we came into counseling, we were very healthy. So we were like, why do we need this? Yeah, that was our pride. We were like, and we love each other.
I would say both individual and together.
Together, yeah.
You know, because, like, I think the most fruit that we've ever seen in our marriage have come from me going through counseling myself and us going through counseling together. Yeah. And here's the thing, not because we needed, like, everybody needs it, but not because we found ourselves in a place where if we didn't get counseling, we were gonna divorce each other, but because, like, there's a lot of stuff that I personally didn't even know about myself. There's a lot of stuff that I personally had to deal with that I didn't even know I had to deal with. Yeah, like, I knew, and that was like a game changer in helping me understand my husband, because it was a game changer in helping me understand yourself. Because I've always known, like, you as a person and know, like, what makes you tick. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I've ever understood why it makes you tick. So that, I think, like, so it was, like, for me, getting the piece of the puzzle that unlocked, like, the mystery of a man. Not that you were mysterious, but it was like, I know you, but why? Like, why? Like, what about this? And I feel like that piece has been absolutely transformative in helping me to understand you and helping me in my way of communicating. Yeah. With each other, but also there have been pieces in counseling where you've had to help, where you've understood me, and I've understood myself in a way I didn't know I needed to understand myself. Where things were happening in real time during counseling, and Jose is like, "Why didn't you tell me?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm experiencing this real time. I didn't tell you because I didn't know. I had to unpack some of these wounds and some of these, the healing I needed." That's good for, like, whether you are single, engaged, married, you're celibate, you're never getting married, counseling is a beautiful, wonderful, incredible thing that is beneficial to you, period. Yeah. There's such a negative stigma, and we could do a whole episode on this. I'd love to get our counselor. Oh, that'd be cool. That would be so cool. But, like, there's such a negative connotation that if you seek out counseling and you're going through counseling, you're going through therapy, that there's something wrong with you. Well, there's something wrong with all of us, first of all. And second of all, if you don't do the work, you'll never be able to become the best version of you. Oh. And that is liberating. And I've just come to the point, who cares what people think about me or us if this
It's good.
is good? And so there's and I say that because, again, there's such a negative stigma when it comes to counseling, and married people specifically. I'm speaking towards married people, like specifically. There's a tendency to believe that you're good, you don't need it, and so you can figure it all out by yourself. And if you go to counseling, then that shows that there must be something wrong with your marriage. Not always. It actually might show that you want to make it even stronger.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if it's going to make us stronger, better, happier, healthy, then do it.
Yeah.
Get the help. And even if you don't need the help, get stronger. Get the tools that you need to be better.
I think that's a key too, is like in marriage, you have to be willing to like improve and learn and grow along the way, which we've talked about. But it's like, you have to be willing to recognize that you're not, like, none of us have arrived. We haven't like been transported to heaven yet. We're going to continue to be able to
not as great
continue to grow to be the best version of ourselves. Yeah. And like that takes time, and that takes like constantly looking at how can I improve? Yeah. What is a way that I can do better? Pray about that. Ask the Lord to reveal to you what area of my life, do I still need you to help me with? Mm-hmm. Is it pride? Is it whatever that is? Like, ask the Lord, ask the people that you're close to speak into blind spots in your life so that you can continue to grow and so that you can continue to improve.
Yeah, that's good.
A question, how do you feel we stay connected when life gets busy for us?
When life gets busy for us, I think that we get more intentional about our communication.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we're always like, either we're texting each other every second of the day.
I would say I'm probably the over communicator in our relationship.
You are.
I'm going to call him no matter what I'm doing. I'm going to call him like going to work. I'm going to call him when I've left work. I'm going to call him like, hey, I'm getting Dunkin'. Hey, I'm at Marshall's. Yeah. Like, that's just who I am.
But we're super good at knowing when those, I think we're really good at two things. Number one, knowing when those busy times come.
Yes.
And hitting it right away of like, hey, it's been a super busy season. Let's go do this. Yeah. Can we sit for a second and just talk, blah, blah, blah. But I also think we're super good at what I like to call pre-gaming. And you might agree with this, might not, but this is how I view it. And what I like to call pre-gaming is a lot of times, it's like on a Sunday, you and I will both kind of like, I know you specifically will be like, hey, what's your week looking like?
Yeah, I feel like we Monday have calendar
you're going
meetings.
Golfing, this day you're doing that, when are you meeting with this person? And we pre-game what our weeks are going to look like so that we're not shocked when like you're having a breakfast with so-and-so or I'm going golfing with the guys.
But I think we're also good at putting days when the calendar gets really busy of being like, hey, so this day is a family day. We're not like, we're writing it on the calendar and we sync our Google calendars together.
Hey, don't schedule anything on Saturday because we're doing a beach day.
Yeah, and it's a big family day. And
we stick by that. Yeah. We stick to that, or we know it's been a good 3 weeks of like meeting with people for church or this and that.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, after Monday, I'm not meeting with anybody for like 3 weeks. And that's okay, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
it doesn't always happen.
It doesn't always happen. But
I think it's something we're also learning still because we're probably in the busiest season of our life that we've really ever been in, where there's there's something going on every day, every moment of time. But I think that even in those busy times of like, craziness, it's like, hey, I really miss you. And like, it's summer. These kids are going to be up till 10 o'clock. But from 10 to 11, let's have quality time together. Hey, like, we're going to take the kids to the park. But instead of you playing basketball with them, you're going to walk around the track with me. Yeah. Cool. That's fun. Like, and I think also being okay with taking things off the calendar. Like, there's certain things we're not going to compromise. Right. Like, hey, these dates are dedicated to.
Yeah. Figure out what's a priority, what's not a priority. And be okay with disappointing others so that you don't disappoint.
Here's the thing. Your marriage has to be the priority.
Absolutely.
Your family has to be the priority. Yeah. And there's times where I'm amazing at this and there's times where I could be better at this. But I do think like, remember what's the most important parts of your life and order your life around that. Ministry is important. It's not the most important part of my life. Like it's a component of that, but this is really important too.
I think it was Pastor Craig Rochelle who said you have to be willing to say no often so that you could say yes to what matters the most.
Lisa Turkhurst wrote the book The Best Yes, which is about...
Is that where it's from? Or was it...
I don't know, but it's the concept is like you want to give your best yes to the things that matter. You don't want to just say yes to everything because you won't be able to give your best to what actually really matters. And
be okay with, you know what? I said yes to this and I probably shouldn't have. And making that phone call and saying, hey, I overbooked myself.
But I try to like, because I also think like you have to be good with your commitment.
Absolutely.
But give yourself grace. Is like during the busy seasons to say like, do I need to be like shrimping? I don't know, like, or golfing or going to Barnes and Nobles.
Who's shrimping?
I don't know. I don't even know if that's the terminology.
Like shrimping?
But my brain is on sea mode because it's the summer. So I'm thinking ocean fishing, all these things.
Oh, man.
I think we can have one more question here.
Okay.
So I would say, what advice would we give to baby Natalie and Jose?
Oof.
Like, you know, let me just give you a little history of this relationship. We've been married for 16 years. We got married when we were 22, 23. Had kids when we were like 27.
Been together since we were 16.
So we were babies because when I realized now, people are getting married a lot later in life. There's nothing wrong with that. During our time of getting married in your early 20s, not a big deal. And I have no regrets about that.
No.
I was graduated from college.
Would not want to be in a dating scene today, but go ahead, continue.
Well, it's because...
That's another episode.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on a dating scene because of the men out there. Like, I'm not trying to throw shade, but I see what my girls are going through. But anyways, another story for another day. But girls, I see you. I'm for you. And like, I'm still out there on the hunt for you guys.
Not all the girls are innocent, but go ahead. Anyways.
My girls are.
We digress.
I'm talking about my girls.
Yes, okay.
So, I lost my train of thought.
The question
what I was saying is that that was like the norm at the time. So we've been together for a really long time. But what I'm saying is we were babies. We were like little itty bitties, like getting our career started and trying to figure it out. And so
I'm gonna let you start.
For me, I would say, an advice I would give to my newlywed self is like not to compare yourself to other people. I think that that's a trap that is very easy to fall into. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people are getting married around us, timelines, and like, I think it's easy to fall into that trap of maybe wanting to be a certain place in your life that you weren't at yet, or wanting to have certain things. Like, I would say that anything that Jose and I have obtained in life, we've built up the hard way. We don't come from money. That's no shade to any of our families. Our parents are both really hardworking. But there were things that like, I feel like we had to kind of like learn along the way. So I would say, don't compare yourself, and also give yourself the grace to fail and to like not be perfect. And that it's going to be okay in the long run, you know? And I would also probably, I don't know, there's a lot in ministry advice. I think I would also give to ourselves. I think we were doing a lot at all times. And like, I think it strengthens us, but I also think that like, for me, I've learned about people pleasing. I feel like I was a big people pleaser in the early years of my marriage. And I've learned the power of pleasing God first more than anything else. So I would say all that to my younger self.
I think for me, I like, how would I put it? I would probably tell myself to laugh a little more.
That's a really good piece of advice.
Like, for me, if you're asking what I would tell my younger self, is just to laugh a little more.
In our newlywed, like our younger marriage.
In our younger marriage, and just in life as a whole. I think I spent a lot, especially in our earlier years of marriage, just being angry and being easily frustrated. And a lot of that we've worked through, like work through in counseling, and why that is. And like if I knew the things I knew now at 36, at
I get it.
37, and 38.
Like you kind of almost wish you had that work done in our
yes,
early years of marriage. It would have regained time that you lost
time
from
that I
pain.
lost from being angry or broken and in pain and frustrated. You know, like I would go from like 0 to 60, like, you know, and like learning to just be like, bro, it's not like the way Nancy put it was, man, you hear a balloon pop and you think you're at war. And I wish I would have known in that time, you're not at war, it's just a balloon popping.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that not that like our marriage, like I've enjoyed our marriage, you know, it's not, but I don't know, I wonder what those 20s would have looked like.
Basically, you would have been a softer version of yourself.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been like hard shell turtle Jose because you had to be.
Yeah.
But you would have been like a softer version of yourself.
Which probably plays into why I'm such an emotional wreck lately. You know, I'm a lot softer, a lot less rough around the edges.
Yeah.
So I would just tell myself, like, laugh more.
Yeah.
Enjoy life. Smile.
Life. Yeah.
Like there's so much good. Like we had a good marriage, and we still have a good marriage.
Yeah.
But I just wish I would have enjoyed life a little bit more. I think as I'm 38 now, and I'm like, let's be honest, we're halfway through our life. There's a whole half of my life that I wish I could have gotten back.
Oh my God, you're making me cry.
Oh God,
I'm getting emotional listening to you.
And I'm like trying to be super intentional with the second half of my life. It was just like, I just want to walk in the joy of the Lord, and you know, walk and have more peace, because it takes a lot more effort and energy, and you know, to be miserable and angry and offended. And
I feel like you have embraced a softer side of yourself. Yeah. I think like obviously there's still moments because you're human, and I think like everyone's always going to have their Achilles heel, and I think that's always going to be an Achilles heel in your life. But I will say that I feel that you have been enjoying life more. Like, thank you. It makes me. You've like
just been gassing me up this whole episode.
I'm like crying. Well, no, but like it brings me joy.
No.
Right. It brings me joy to see you do things that bring you joy. Yeah. Because like
I appreciate that.
You didn't get the chance to like always do that as a kid. Yeah. So you're kind of like regaining some of that childhood back, and that some of that wonder. I'm crying as an adult, but it makes me happy to see. I love to see it. Okay, let's end with one fun question. Okay. Because we call ourselves Live, Laugh, Lopez. We should be called Live,
We laughed.
But Live, Laugh, Cry Lopez. Because we
laugh
every time. So my last question to wrap this up, because I feel like we're like, at least we're definitely over a half hour. Uh-huh. If you could have dinner with any celebrity couple. So tonight we're going to Hell's Kitchen in Atlantic City. We are huge Gordon Ramsay. And
shout out to Gordon
We would
Ramsay.
love to be at the original in Las Vegas, but I'm a teacher, so we could do Atlantic City. So that's what we're doing. We're so excited. So let's say we're going to Hell's Kitchen.
Yes.
Celebrity couple. Who are we going with?
Ooh.
I know my couple.
I feel like this is a question more for you.
Well, there's people that you like, but you want me to start? Because I will.
Yes, start.
Obviously, we're going to dinner with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Obviously. Number one, you love football. And even though the Chiefs aren't your team, he is the brother to Jason Kelce. And that's your boy.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift, it would be a great dinner because I would ask about music.
Okay.
We would have so much fun.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Okay, cool.
So what about you?
I have no idea, but I'm going to go with Travis and
No,
Taylor.
Go with Jason and Kylie.
Okay. We'll go with Jason and Kylie.
There's no one that you have a celebrity like, I love this person. This is so cool.
A celebrity
Think about like
couple?
our favorite shows, like all the things.
I mean,
like
I'm trying to.
Okay.
Ooh.
Come on.
Connor and from Love on the Spectrum. Yes.
Wait, what's her name?
Oh man, I don't know, but he's like.
I know her name though. Connor.
Oh.
Okay, I'm listening.
We gotta look it up now. Connor and his girlfriend from Love on the Spectrum. Love on the Spectrum. Okay,
I'm sorry.
It's
quiet. Yes. Oh, Georgie.
Yes. Connor and Georgie. I feel like we would have a blast with Connor and Georgie.
Okay. I would go. Yes. I think that would be really fun.
That would be fun.
I want to see you have the Connor energy that like he brings to Georgie, like when she literally just simply touches. And like, oh,
but when he kissed Georgie for the first time,
that was adorable.
That was epic.
Love on the Spectrum, guys. Go watch it.
If you don't have a man who responds the way Connor did.
First of all, I'm waiting for you to. What are you
listen.
I better see that response.
I feel that way every time I kiss you.
Okay, well, I want to see it. I want to see you. I want to see you tremble and like barely know what to do with yourself.
And listen, we're not making fun of Connor at all. We actually.
I love that show. I actually want that energy tonight at Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. I would have a blast.
Be careful what you ask for.
Okay. Well, guess what, guys? We had a blast talking with you, our friends, again. And you can look for some more episodes this summer because we have the time.
Yes.
And we are making the time because we do love this passion project.
I would say, hey, like, throw in the comments.
Oh, yeah. If there were questions you have.
If there's questions
we only talked about a few things.
If there's topics you'd like for us to cover in other episodes, we love doing that kind of stuff. And like we want to like we don't just want to put a podcast together just to put it together. Like we want to make sure that it's beneficial for other people to learn from the things that we've learned from, to be able to provide advice or counsel or whatever. And so we'd love to know, like, even if it's just fun stuff or if it's more on the serious side of what you guys would like for us to talk about on this podcast.
So we'll see you guys in a week.
And as usual, like, comment, share if you found this content to be fun or helpful in any way. We love you guys. Deuces.